going on YouTube, fam? It's your boy Tony 2 times, and we back with another episode of Hood Tales, man. Before I start, be sure to tap that like button. Definitely watch this video to the end to hear the full story and all the details in this case. Let me give y'all a little disclaimer. This case hasn't made its way to trial yet, so everything is alleged. For the day one, fam, y'all already know it's all love. Thanks for tuning back into another episode. If you're new to the channel and you feeling the content, feel free to subscribe. Definitely hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time we drop a new video. Let's get right into the story. Beef in the streets has changed a lot since the days my father and older males in my family used to school me on it. They told me back in the days it was rules in place even when it came to groups at war. No women or kids. Everybody would chill on Sundays. You catch an enemy with his child, you give out a pass. And if it's innocent people around, no guns come out. They might even just throw hands. Not saying it was any better, people still lost their lives back then. But over time, it's no rules, principles, or morals in place. It's only you made me mad and tried me, now I gotta get you gone on sight, no matter where and who's around. The age of killers are getting younger and younger, and unfortunately, victims are getting younger too. It's a dangerous and crazy time out here when you gotta view a 14-year-old boy as a threat, or a woman you might find attractive because she might be trying to backdoor you or set you up. Even a parent or somebody. Your child, if you have any, might get into a kitty fight, and even that situation can go left. As people don't talk it out no more, everybody is emotionally unstable and on go mode, leaving babies at risk and our communities war zones. And on this episode of Hood Tales, we will be taking it to Baton Rouge, Louisiana to discuss the case of a pool party that turned into a triple slam. Back in 2021, at an apartment complex on 2225 College Drive called Fairway View, neighbors, the community, and family were all swimming at the complex pool, cooking out, listening to music, and celebrating as it was Memorial Day. A 1-year-old baby girl named Jatari Brown was in the water with her aunt while her father was grilling. 2 young men were also at the party enjoying the day. They were 20-year-old Reginald Thomas and 16-year-old Dwayne Dunn Jr. As it was getting later into the evening, 2 other young men entered the pool area. People could see one of them had a gun hanging out, but everybody thought nothing about it and kept having fun. The 2 boys who had just came approached Reginald and Dwayne. A few words were exchanged before a fight broke out. Seconds later, multiple gunshots went off, causing everyone to run and move in chaos. The 2 young men that just had entered the complex took off running, but not before taking the gun from the bodies of one of the other young boys who was hit. When the smoke cleared, everyone was screaming, crying, and in panic mode, realizing Reginald and Dwayne were both shot multiple times. And in the pool, 1-year-old Jatari was also shot once, caught in a crossfire. Her family didn't wait for police and drove her to a local hospital. As witnesses called law enforcement, they responded to the complex to see both young men suffering from gunshot wounds. They tried to get them help, but unfortunately, both Reginald and Dwayne would pass away from their injuries. At the hospital, sadly, Lil Jatari would not make it as well. The community, family, and friends were devastated and confused on how a perfect day could end so tragically. No one knew who the shooters were, but Jatari's family wanted answers and justice. Baton Rouge police only had shell casings on the scene, and that's all. As they went to Crime Stoppers to get the community's help, emotions ran high as a candlelight and vigil was held in the baby's honor. Just a few days after the incident, detectives started getting information as people were saying either Dwayne, Reginald, or both were being targeted, but no one knew what the beef was about. But names would come up of 2 brothers who were allegedly the shooters. 19-year-old David Williams and his 15-year-old little brother, Ladarius Coleman, whose picture wasn't released due to his age. Detectives went to question the brothers before realizing they were nowhere in sight. The family of Jatari would become frustrated with the investigation as the young men were still on the loose. But more information would come in, telling police it was multiple people involved in helping the brothers pull off the hits, including their own mother, 36-year-old LaToya Coleman. She was being accused of picking up the boys from the crime scene after they called her and told her what they had just did. They shot some people and needed help to get low. She picked up her sons and the family fled to Humboldt, Texas to get away, as BR was hot. Baton Rouge detectives would send word down to Texas to be on the lookout. Not long after, they got a hit that LaToya's name was signed on a handwritten receipt at a hotel. Also, surveillance footage captured the boys and their mother at the hotel. They were picked up and taken into custody, along with another juvenile and a 23-year-old man named Christopher Stovall. As it seemed, a lot of people were involved or knew about the plot to ambush the pool party. The two brothers, David and Ladarius, were both indicted on 3 counts of second-degree murder and other charges, including stolen weapons, as a weapon was stolen from one of the men that was shot. LaToya was charged with accessory after the fact. Christopher was charged with a charge I never heard of myself, a principal to first-degree murder, meaning someone could have committed the crime for him. The other juvenile involved faced similar charges, but neither him or Christopher were indicted. The charges wasn't dropped either. They are all pending. Both brothers were denied bail, but their mother bailed out on $160,000. As more info came out, people stated Reginald was caught up in another shooting earlier that year in September. He escaped with his life, but 4 people were hit that day as well. Also a child caught in that incident. It happened in Baker, not too far from Baton Rouge. Jatari's family were happy they made arrests in the case, but stated it still won't bring the baby back. They have did all sorts of things in her honor to keep her name alive, including a non-profit called the JT Brown Movement, where they ride bikes through the city, also give bikes and toys back to kids for Christmas, other holidays, and just to give back. They have a convenience store as well, called Jatari's One Stop and Deli. The family wants her name and memory to live on, so people can see innocent lives are lost and kids all over due to kids choosing to pick up guns. I couldn't find much of a backstory on Dwayne or Reginald, as they were victims as well. I don't know what the beef was about, but obviously it was serious. As of now, this case hasn't made its way to trial, and all parties are innocent until proven otherwise. Rest in peace to Jatari, Dwayne, and Reginald. I send my deepest prayers and condolences to their families. I'm gonna leave the moral of the story on this one up to y'all. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Definitely be respectful. And remember, we gotta succeed not to fail, so we won't be just another hood tale. Man, crazy story, man. Rest in peace them 2 young men. Definitely rest in peace that baby. Messed up situation. Like I said, I ain't gonna talk too much more about this one. Let me know what you think. I appreciate you if you made it to the end. Y'all already know it's all love, fam. It's another episode of Hood Tales. It's your boy Tony 2 times. I'm out.